much. What's up? Chris, what are you doing, bro? Now I'm sitting here about 70 yards on the top of like above a bench in some real thick timber. And I'm trying to lay eyes like look how thick this is, man. I'm just trying to get eyes on some deer in here because it doesn't seem like there's much action in here. I'm not seeing really any fresh sign. Although, sometimes with bucks that can be misleading. There is like 5 rubs right over here. I got some jerky. I got me a Cliff Bar and some water. That's about it. Oh man, this is gonna be slow live. It'll pick up here. Just wait, as soon as I go on live, deer jump in front of me, so it's bound to happen. It is bound to happen. But yeah, I got a ridge here. Little bench. I just wanted to see maybe if some does would feed through on it. My morning hunt it got screwed, man. I went in and got set up like an hour before light. As soon as the light comes up, I'm looking down at my pants and I have seat ticks all over me. So I didn't set too long. I got down out of the tree, went back to the truck, stripped all but naked, made sure I didn't have any ticks on me, put all those clothes in the bed of the truck and put new stuff on. I don't care, man. Sankey, okay, I don't care if you can see me. Yeah, we're hunting polar bears today. We're hanging out on a ridge in Pennsylvania, trying to whack me a polar bear. No, we're hunting white-tailed deer. Trying to, I don't know, down the mountain here quite a ways, there's a road that runs east-west. And late in the evenings, every once in a while, I would see a decent buck heading south, coming up this ridge. It's usually later in the year, usually closer to the rut. Deer blood splatter. I'm not in much of a condition to fight right now. I'm probably just walking away. Does that make sense? I'm gonna figure this out yet. Watch this. Hey Josie, what's up? How's my favorite Midwestern? Well, it's Midwestern, right? I don't know. Is that considered Midwestern? YouTube fanatic. Going on the bricks. Yeah, I just washed mine in regular Arm & Hammer, scent free. It's like half the price because I wash clothes a lot. I ended up in a giant mess of seed ticks this morning, so I kind of screwed up my early morning hunt. I come out of the woods and stripped all those clothes off, threw them in the bed of the truck to lay there and rot until I can get them in a washing machine. And then I put on some freshies. What's up, Ferdu from Ethiopia? I have a lot of racket going on behind me to the right. It's gotta be a squirrel. Because that's my wind straight up there. There were all kinds of deer moving before the sun come up. As soon as the sun come up, it was like a ghost town everywhere. You guys let me know when a deer shows up. A lot of haters on today. I like it. It's about time I get some haters on. You know, it's about time. Rosie, it was 46 this morning. It's probably 52.3 right now. I don't know what the high is going to be, but yeah, first real cold snap. Thanks, man. I'm 21 today. How did it get to 70 already? It's nowhere near 70 here. I'm still freezing, like I'm cold. Because I only have, I have my early season King's camo pants on. I'm just watching this bench down the ridge. I don't know. I've never been in here, but I've heard of some stories about some deer being here. I'm not convinced. Thanks. Anna D, run. Run, I see a caterpillar. I've been 21 for 25 years now. We're chasing the elusive white-tailed deer. So there were so many deer running around this morning that about 6 miles from where I turn off the highway, I've got one coming down this 2-lane road. And out in front of me, there's another car coming. And this deer is trucking out of a cut cornfield, and it's headed right for me. So I'm like, if I could slow down, maybe I can get it to cross in front of the Jeep. Instead of like hitting the side of the Jeep. No. I get heavy on the brakes, and I'm still out in front of the deer, but the deer stops. Like when it jumps onto the left side of the road, it loses its footing. At least that's what it looks like. So as it slides under the bed of my truck, doesn't make contact with the truck at all. There's another car passing me, and I don't know if the car hit the back end of the deer or not, but all I can see is just feet everywhere trying to stand up with those slippery hooves on the road surface in the middle of the night. But I probably saw 20 deer on the 10-minute ride out here. And haven't seen a deer since I got in the woods. Oak Ridge, what's going on, my man? Nah, like I said, I saw all kinds of deer at night. I haven't seen anything so far today. I do feel old. I feel fucking old every day. Yeah, wait, that's right. I see deer on the live every time I go hunt. I see deer like 85% of the time I hunt. I have deer within bow range while I'm live. we have been trying to kill a buck on my birthday for the last, I don't know, 33 years. There was 10 years in the middle there where I wasn't really too excited about it. A couple years I spent overseas, so. For 25 years I've been trying to kill a deer on my birthday. Killed one the day before my birthday, killed one the day after my birthday. Never killed one on my birthday. It is Troll City, Josie. I'll probably still get 100 subscribers though for this live. And I don't know how long I'm going to sit here because my wife just texted me and told me she's on her way home from work. So I might be on my way out of here real soon. Because I'm going to hang out with the fam this evening. Who else? Is there anybody? Is there anybody on that's not going to troll? Just chilling on the ground. I snuck up on 8. Man, I can't even keep up with the comments. Chat, if you're so smart, leave the stream. None of you know a thing about hunting. Only true hunters should give him good tips and advice. Adam, I appreciate the kind words. I don't need any tips though. I'm so stuck in my ways. I wouldn't listen to anybody's tips anyhow. Nobody's gonna kick you out for talking too much. When you see an old gray-haired bastard hunt with one of these, they don't need no advice. Anyway. Yeah, 345, I'm keeping it, man. I've killed a lot of deer with this bow. I've only had it for 2 years. I've shot 5 with it already. Northern Viking. Wade. I really like my longbows though. I'm getting one repaired. I have a striker that's being repaired. And I'm thinking about getting another longbow. I just don't know what I want. Jay's beekeeping, that's cool. I had a decent 8 come in. What, not yesterday? I didn't hunt yesterday. What day was that? Tuesday. Yeah, decent 8 come in Tuesday night. 14 yards with that or go. KOs, I live in Winchester, Virginia. Bro, can I come hunt down there? Cosmo cart, yes. This teaches me patience. I have something moving over there. I'm assuming it's a squirrel. Bro, you ought to tell your uncle to get rid of the black widow spiders, dude. He could get bit and die. I want to buy a black widow. They are pricey, though. is just buy like a 60-pound, $100 bow, $75 bow, and just sling arrows out of a 60-pound bow until I can shoot any pound bow I want to shoot. You passed on a 14-pointer with 30-06. Good for you. JSP, keep at it, dude. Someday, if you get started now killing big bucks, you'll be a legend someday. Some old, ugly-ass fat guy, that's who's talking. Adam, what do you do in Pakistan beside hunt? D. Miller, you are 100% incorrect. 'Cause November means no hunting in November. No hunting in November. It's against the law. Every state, no hunting November. Did I put bait? No, we don't use bait, man. Green screen this shit up, bro. It's a good green screen. I'm actually laying on my bed right now with a pillow. It's so comfy. Bro, go and see it. Who do you want to go see a mental health doctor? Ray? Oh shit. Oh shit. It's late. I was already covered in ticks today. There's no ticks up here. I walked through some tall grass today. I had seed ticks all over me. So I went back to the truck, stripped down out of those clothes, threw them in the bed of the truck, put new shit on. I ain't all about that tick life. Yeah. I'm just on a steep ridge here watching the bank underneath me. I haven't seen a deer all day. Get off the internet. You can tell you got mental problems. Yeah, who you talking to, butterfly? Damn, everywhere I go there's a woodpecker, Josie. If I fall asleep, somebody wake me up when a deer comes. I'm just gonna take a nap. Taking a nap till I get 100 subs. Fuck it. Thanks, Emily. Cool. Good night. Dr. Dankenstein is probably the coolest name I've seen so far today. Yeah, this is. Yeah. Okay, oh, there's my microphone. I've only seen 3 bucks in Pennsylvania since the start of the season. That 8-pointer we saw the other night, Tuesday night. I saw a spike standing on the side of the road. Now I lie. I've seen more, just not while I was hunting. I glassed one evening. I saw a 120-inch buck. I saw a real big spike that night, like a 4-point or 6-point. But no, I haven't. No, there's nothing chasing yet. Yeah, let me know if there's deer behind me. Let me know. Hey, what I want to know is how you guys can put 700 chats in the comments, but you can't double tap the screen and give the damn thing a like. That don't even make sense. We'll go live for an hour. There's going to be 800 comments, but you can't double tap the screen twice and give it a like. Now, see a like. Yeah, I don't know, Josie. I haven't seen a whole lot of anything going on except for deer eating. Colton, what's up? Natalie, how are ya? Jordan Miller, Bay in the Woods. I can't really. I got my phone locked down, bro. I'm just looking at deer. Yeah. Dr. Dankenstein, thanks. That's a woodpecker. They do that shit all the time, man. Woodpeckers are like honey badgers, man. They don't give a fuck. What am I? Why are you laying down? Because I'm tired. I'm taking a nap. Nah, they're not cedar shafts. They're carbon arrows. I'm just taking a nap, dude. I ain't got no legs. Woodpecker ate my legs. Taking a nap or hunting. I will choose talking to people on live. Lieutenant Dan. Boss, that shit was funny. You want the real truth why I'm laying down? I'm about to tell you. Because I hiked all the way up this damn ridge top. And there's not really enough deer sign for me to really justify sitting here. So what I'm doing is kind of an observation hunt. I got a goddamn bench about 80 yards below me. I got a bunch of really crappy poplar trees and some maple trees. And every 50 yards there's a giant oak tree. Not a lot of sign in here, but in this thick stuff, there's a lot of buck rubs right now, which has me wondering whether or not these bucks will work that edge down there on top of that bank. All right. Or are they up higher? Doesn't matter if they're up higher because I'm not going all the way to the top of this ridge, but my wind is blowing up that way. So I've laid here for like 45 minutes before I turn live on. I haven't seen anything yet, except for a bunch of pesky squirrels. I got messed around in a seed tick mess this morning. So I got down out of my tree stand early, kind of blew that hunt because I had thousands of seed ticks on me. I went back to my truck. I got my lint roller out. I lint rolled every square inch of my body and threw my tick-covered clothes in the back of the truck. Then I got changed. I put my new clothes on. Decided I was going to eat some breakfast, so I did that, and then I come out here. That's what I'm doing. No. I haven't seen anything today, Sonny. I think I hit a deer with the truck on the way out. I think 2 cars at the same time may have hit that deer. I still don't know what happened. And I saw, I don't know, 20 deer before the sun came up. But I haven't seen anything since the sun came up. I'm going to imagine because it was super cold last night, the deer spent a lot of time feeding last night. Kathleen, hi from Massachusetts. I'm from Pennsylvania. Looks peaceful though. It is. It's nice. I'm laying here in the sun, catching a good breather here. In like 15 or 20 minutes, I'm going to walk back down the mountain, but I'm not going to get a chance to go live here this evening, so I wanted to go live, talk to my audience a little bit, let them know I'm alive. Yeah, JSC, I don't know. Maybe. It could be that. No, I'm not breaking out the rattling antlers just yet. Maybe we'll get into that. We got a big 4-day weekend coming here. Some of the guys that are still in the army, they're able to hunt for 4 days. Me, I'm just going to hunt all the time regardless. That's just what I'm going to do. But yeah, maybe I think it's time to get the decoy out, or one of the decoys, at least the lightweight decoy. Time to get the rattling antlers out, start banging them together. Time to get on it, I'll tell you. What kind of bow do you have? Oh, Zach Bice, what's up? Try making a spot on top of trees. What would I make a spot on top of trees for? Look, I've sat in a tree. All right, let's see if we can figure this out. Today is the 9th of October. I started hunting on September 5th down in Maryland. I know I have 20 hunts in Maryland. And I've already got 10 sits in Pennsylvania. I mean, I've hunted the morning and the evening, morning and evening, morning and evening. We got 30 sits. Just multiply that by 5, because it's usually about 5 or 6 hours. Sometimes it's longer than that. But 5 times 30. 150, 160 hours. Yeah, I've sat in a tree for 150 or 160 hours over the last month. That's as much time as you guys spend at work. Yeah. I'm going to say at least 150 hours. So I walked up this hill. I wanted to do some scouting. I wasn't happy with what I saw, so I'm not wasting my time climbing a tree today. I was chilling. Greetings from Budapest. Is that how you say your name? Tennessee, perhaps. No, it's Pennsylvania. I wish I could scroll back. I'm too far away. I'm 6 inches too far away. Or 6 inches too short. Oh, what I got coming here. Man, if that squirrel comes up the hill, I might think about blasting him with a recurve. So I found something interesting behind me. I'm in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a no-bait state. And right behind me, there's a long, it's not a corn stalk, it's a corn leaf. I'm like 3 miles from the closest cornfield. Sonny, I have not run into another hunter all season so far, except for a second night when I had that crossbow guy come in. I have to make a video about that. It was kind of hilarious. I've never seen. It was an absolute train wreck. Train wreck in the hunting woods. I've never seen anything like it. This dude comes out, 70 yards, pop shot, doesn't range this deer, doesn't just, it's as fast as you could throw the crossbow up. Pow! That fast. I'm like, man, didn't even aim. He didn't range it, didn't aim, didn't do nothing. Just getting meat, yeah. I don't know if it's turkey season or not. I don't care about turkey season. Probably ain't yet, though. Turkey, I think, comes in like the last week of October or something. But anyway, this dude walks across there, grabs his crossbow bolt, turns around, comes back over. Never looks for the deer. Recocks his crossbow. Then he leans forward and he's got one of them summit climbers and the thing's flopping. Like it's not buckled together or anything. It's like an opening door. It's flopping back and forth, clanging and banging. And I'm like, what Saigon's going on over there? And I wish I wasn't in the tree because I'd go over there and I would offer this gentleman some help. And then after he does that, he goes stalking along the edge of the trees, so you can get out in the grass, it's just kind of going along. He's like all Rambo style, crossbow pointed down as he's stalking when 37 seconds ago his tree stand was clanging so bad the guys from New Jersey could hear it. Sound like a damn wind chime over there. Anyway, a train wreck. And it's unfortunate that young gentleman doesn't have somebody to help grab him by the bootlaces and straighten some of the things out that would make his life a whole lot better in the hunting woods. That squirrel might come close enough, guys. He might get it. How close a squirrel got to be for me to hit it with a recurve? 20 yards is the perfect distance. Just put the arrow right on it and whack. Yeah, everything's on acorns. Everything's on acorns. Haystack. Who timed you out, man? Yeah, well, hit that subscribe button. This isn't my normal live. Usually I'm perched in a tree. I've got deer under me and I'm talking people through the process of how I set up and how I finagle myself into these scenarios. But truth is, you guys really want to know the truth. I'll tell you the absolute truth. Not only am I tired, not only did I walk up here, but I stopped at a little restaurant before I come up here at like 10 o'clock. And I had what they call the kitchen sink. Now this comes to you in a cast iron skillet. It is probably a 10-inch cast iron skillet, 2 inches high. This thing is filled with everything. All right, Haystack. Hey, nobody boot Haystack out unless I say to boot Haystack out. I like haystack. Anyway, after I ate that, and it's covered with biscuits and gravy, my stomach was a little turned up. I may or may not have visited the potty twice and thought maybe a third time was the charm. So the last thing I want to do is be 30 feet in the air when nature calls, you know? Like, that's kind of where I'm at today. On my birthday. After walking through seed ticks. Josie, there are acorns, but I'm going to tell you this. They're not like seasons past. Like, I'm in traditionally a good acorn spot. I'm a little higher up on the ridge than I'd like to be because up here they are not dropping. I'm probably at the 850 feet mark on this ridge, and at 600 feet, there's a boatload of trees down there that have acorns on them that are on the ground. When you're talking acorns, pay attention to the elevation that you're at. Acorns at certain elevations will drop first, and sometimes certain elevations they won't drop at all because they didn't produce any acorns, because maybe they got a frost. TJ, I'm going to be out for the next 4 or 5 days. What's your schedule like? Because I'm about to pack up here and go down the mountain. I'm going to go home and hang out with the wife and the kid for my birthday here this evening. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Zach. You're going to find pockets. In Maryland, I can't walk down a trail without, it's like I'm walking on marbles. Amit, what's going on, bro? So I need to go to the creek probably. I'm not saying creek. I'm just, you walk up and down a mountain or something like that, and you're going to find an elevation where there's going to be better acorns than at other elevations. At least that's how it is in Pennsylvania here right now. And then once you find that elevation, then anything in a couple square miles is probably going to be at that same elevation. Everything about what I do is about collecting data. I know I'm probably the most boring ass old deer hunter in the world, but I analyze this data like it's my favorite book. And that's kind of what leads me to a lot of my success. I don't even kill deer, man. I never killed any deer. All them deer you see in my room, man, that's all green screen shit. All them dead deer you saw in Pain Train Outdoors, that's all just green screen shit. I just download a Google video or Google something or other. I green screen myself right on. I'm like, well, look at me, I shot a deer. Damn it, no, not anymore. Maybe at one time in an earlier life I might have been. Zach, if you're talking to me, I appreciate it. Sonny said he saw 9 and one small 8-point, could have smoked them all. Charles, I may get down there Saturday if you want to think about linking up Saturday. I'm thinking about Pretty Boy on Saturday. They've cut the corn down there. My buddy Mike was out last night. He saw some deer. I got the itch. Hey, do you like it if I pronounce your name Toms or Toombs? See, God, I like you. Are you in a safe spot? Not really. I mean, I could get hurt here pretty easy. Farmington. I don't even know where that's at. Is that Nebraska? Where the heck is Farmington? I know you told me, but I can't remember. Yeah, I got your number now, so I'll send you a text too. I'm thinking Saturday all day down in Maryland. I might even go to I might not even do Pretty Boy. I might do Rock State Park, Missouri. Yeah, that's right. Dana White, he's a ninja, man. Oh, damn, son. I'm getting too old for this shit. All right, let's make this interesting, because maybe you guys ought to see what this looks like in here. And maybe you see why I was sitting on the ground. I can't see from out of a tree either. I can't even move, man. I got more stuff loosened up on here than cauterized liver pills. Dustin, look for tree marks. You'll find them. What are tree marks? No, I've never even hunted in Missouri, Zach. No bears. Deer with a recurve. Longbow, recurve, don't matter. I got a couple. How long have I been waiting? Man, I ain't waiting. I'm just chilling here talking to some folks on the live. That's what I'm doing. Ain't waiting. Hank Williams. I think that'll stay there. TJ, I'm going bear hunting too, bro. It's a bear season? Oh, you guys are crazy. All you guys, I appreciate the support, but I think you're addicted to YouTube and the internet. You guys spend so much time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Are you going live when you go hunt, Josie? Or do we got to get you to like 50 subs, I think. How many subs you got? All right, surprise, guys. The reason I was sitting here taking a rest is because I've been dragging this giant buck off the mountain for the last 2 hours, and I got super tired. All right, I'm going to show him to you. Surprise. Yeah, I don't like this thing at all. This stick sucks. Whatever you do, don't buy a solo stick. They suck. They suck bad. I mean, they don't suck, but I just don't think they're worth $500 fucking dollars. Time for the transfer. Time for a transfer. Do a transfer. Excuse me. We're almost ready to get back into it, I think. Yeah, maybe not. Oh yeah, that's right. Now we're good. Got a little transfer in. Oh yeah. Jody, we can work through that. I can show you that on a live if I need to. I can show you in a video. It's not hard. He's not hard. Let me deal with this quick, and then we're gonna get out of here. TJ, you want to do everything. And you're so daggone full of energy. None of us old people can keep up with you. That's the truth. All right, let me take you down here and show you this guy. Again, we're hunting up on a ridge that really, it don't have much to offer. There's a trail right here. It's not much of one. But there's a rub line in here. There's a real couple good ones. So I've seen about a dozen of them like this. And that one's pretty old already. That's a couple. That's probably 2 weeks old. That's probably right when one rubbed out. But there's a bunch of them in here. So what I was doing is I was sitting there and I was watching that bench that's down there. You see that? Oh, it's a little bit flatter down there. And there's some big oak trees in here. There's these stupid tulip poplars, I think is what they are. But there's some oaks in here. And just kind of doing an observation sit. This is a super high stem count. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it. Just super high stem count. And that's sometimes where you're going to catch one of these bucks just slipping up early season, moving through. So that's why I took a shot. You know, I just took a shot this morning. I wasn't going to hang in a tree stand because we can't see too good from up there because of all these big leaf tulip poplars. And then being able to kind of shoot down through that's like shooting through a bag of Skittles, you know? You're going to hit one. I'm sorry, after I sit for a while, I gotta get my foot working again. Well, let's look under this big oak tree, right? Which one? Pick one. Tulip, poplar, oak. Let's look under this thing. Sorry, like I said, I can't really walk yet. I'm getting my foot stretched out. We got this massive oak tree. Check this guy out. See that? He's like 100 feet tall. He's probably about 70 inches around. But there are no acorns here. No sign of deer. I mean, there's a couple. Look how, compared to the bow, look how big that tree is. That tree's huge. So at this level, they are not dropping acorns yet. Too high on the ridge. They will probably, if there's acorns on this tree, they'll probably drop them another week or two, start dropping. Everything down low has been dropping earlier. A lot more action down low in the bottom. But like I said, I wanted to come in and see if we can't get eyes on a super big buck on that scrape line. That's it. It's a great way to waste a morning sitting in the sun, enjoying yourself. You're gonna find that a lot of hunters that kill big bucks, they do it intentionally, but they need a little bit of luck. Right? They gotta find one first, right? That's what I mean by the luck part. You can hang trail cameras all you want. Whatever. Yeah, you're gonna get big bucks, but trail camera don't really tell you what they're doing. It tells you where they're at 1 second in time. But if you can see one from 100 yards off and watch what he does, you can learn a whole lot of information in 5 minutes. Let's see, as I come down the hill, there seems to be a little bit more sign of deer feeding on acorns right here. Again, another giant oak. And then we've got a pretty good trail going through here. Just kind of runs right through there. Another one of those giant red oaks. I mean, they're giant. Those trees are 100 years old. Or older. I don't know. This coming from somebody born in like 1992, was it? I remember everything too. There's another part. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's right there. Oh, he's right there. Get him on the camera. There he is. How much do I pay? How much to pay you to take me on a hunt? Zach, I'll do it for free. I just want to video it. I'll do it for free. But I think in the future that might be part of, like, everybody has to do something in life. And I'm kind of working on building a brand where maybe that becomes a reality someday. Maybe, I'm not really, I don't think I'm into this land management thing. But I would like to teach people how to hunt deer. I think it's really cool. But usually the kind of people that can afford it, they'll just pay a guide. And then the people that really need the help are usually the younger crowd, and they don't have the money to pay for it anyway. So if there's a way to make those worlds collide, it's probably through YouTube. One, because you can generate massive following, right? And then you don't have to make money from the person. See, this is exactly why. Guys, I just found it. I just found it. I sat up on that ridge, I was coming down, and I could smell a buck. Now you guys know how far I came. And I came directly in the direction of the wind, because when I was sitting up there, I could smell a buck. You guys wouldn't believe me if I'm going to show it to you. All right. I sat up there 60 yards from here. And I was like, there's a buck bedded down there. I can smell him. And I could smell him for 45 minutes. Here's his bed. It's hard to tell that's his bed, but it is right here. All right. That's so fresh. It is from, it's probably warm. I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to get poop on my hands, but normally I would. That buck I was smelling, he is right here. He was just north of those scrape lines, down the ridge. But I sat up there on that ridge knowing that I had the wind in my favor. Everybody's like, oh, why are you sitting there? Why are you sitting there? Why are you sitting there? I was trying to spot him. That's absolutely a buck bed because there's no other beds here. It's the only bed on this ridge. It's in all of this thick cover. There's a road down there about 150 or 200 yards. A lot of hunters access from that road. So he's got the wind blowing up the mountain. And I knew well enough to come in off the top and then come down and try to find him. And you guys want to know how I know it's a buck bed? I can't get it to focus. Those are real dark hairs. And I can smell them. So there was one in here. I don't know how long he stayed and hung out while I was up there talking to you guys. But When I started getting loud, I'm pretty sure he probably headed out. But I know where there's one at. I wonder if I can mark it on onX while I'm on here with you guys. Probably not. Somebody mark this spot on onX for me. Oh, we definitely found him right there. Gotta learn to trust your nose. Eric, what's up? I'm in Pennsylvania. And you know what? Here's the only... You know why he's there? We had just talked about this, right? A buck wants to stay close to his bed and then be able to eat. This is the only place on the ridge where I've seen acorns. Not a ton, but there's acorns here. So they're dropping out of that oak tree right there. He's got a wall of this separating him from the road. And I know I'm probably blowing this deer out because I'm making so much noise. Yeah, probably not. He'll be back in here. But that's the level we're at. That's the level we're at. Zach, we're gonna throw it together, man. We're gonna get you there. I have to figure out how to do that. I have to figure out how to project my information into videos. The live format is great when you're out hunting live, but it's hard to project that into a video later on. Unless you have really cool stuff like this. This is just cool. No idea that buck bed was there. I saw the scrapes from up above. I could smell them. We move in. We find the bed. Now what I'd normally do is I would mark that on onX. We're 150 yards off this road. I put a pin on onX either 2 years ago or last year where a giant, an absolute giant, big old 12-point stickers, junk hanging everywhere, crossed the road. I can guarantee you that I'm 150 yards from that point. I will bet you that's his bed. I will bet you he hasn't used it more than a couple times. He probably just started using it since the hunting season opened because he hasn't been pressured to go up in there yet. But now that there's hunters in the woods, he has been. But look what it looks like. Like if I'm coming up from the road, that's what it looks like. That wall of tulip poplars right there. And then that's the oak tree that the food was under. He could literally stand under that wall. His bed is right behind that wall of tulip poplars. See how open it is over there? Tulip poplars over there. And then how open? He's right behind that. That's where they're at, guys. It's that simple. And then you got all these damn greenbriers and jagger bushes right here at the road. So nobody's going to go up there and bug them. The only way you can get to him is if you go up around him. But he's never going to get up and come down, or he's never going to get up and come up the mountain because he's got the wind blowing his face coming down the mountain. So he's going to lay there till dark. And then he's going to come down here and cross the road. That's how I got the pin on the road. That's how you... I was just talking about it before I found his bed. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck. That's all the information you need right there. Now you know where he likes the bed. You know why he's bedding there. You know he's never coming down here. But just with that setup, it's like locked tight. How do you kill him? I think the only way you kill that deer is if you're in that you'd have to be up the hill from his bed 25 or 30 yards an hour before he comes up this mountain in the morning. Probably close to 2 hours before it gets light out. Be up in the tree and get set. And then when he comes into bed, you got to wait him out until he gets up to walk around and feed for the first time. That's probably the only way you're going to kill him. Till the rut. Might get him in the rut. Oh. We're going to come back and do just that. We're going to go in there and poke at him one time. We're going to take a poke at him. Maybe next week, early morning. You guys remind me that that's what I want to do. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. You just have to break it down. You have to think about it like a deer. Why does he lay there? Because you have to, again, I'm only 30 or, well, I'm 40 yards down the hill from where I was, but you have to crawl through this stuff to get to him. All right? He's got the wind coming up the hill. He's looking down the hill. He's snug as a bug in a rug up there. You can't get him out of there. Anybody comes up the mountain, he's gone before you know it. But again, I got lucky because I sat there and I could smell him. And that's what I mean. Like, almost everybody that kills big bucks somehow, some way gets lucky to figure out where they're at, whether it's by trail camera or just seeing one pop across the road. Somehow, some way, a little bit of luck goes their way. They're able to make it happen. What's he smell like? He smells like tarsal gland. Sort of like a waxy, pungent, wet dog smell. Not really wet dog, but it's really the only way to describe it. It's musky. What they do is they urinate on the glands on the back of their legs when they're working scrapes. And the older they get, the more defined that smell gets because it's just years and years and years of urinating on their legs. So they have a very distinct smell. And I knew that was a mature buck, like a pretty old buck, just by the stench of them up there today. So I don't have the Onyx. And right across this road, this is where my buddy caught a monster buck going up in there last year. Saw him coming up the mountain, didn't see him cross. What's it look like down here from the road? And I think I took a... All right, how many telephone poles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 telephone poles. Between 6 and 7 telephone poles down the road. 6, 7, guys. 6, 7. You know 6, 7? We got 6 or 7 telephone poles down the road, straight up the bank, 80 yards. Because I don't have my Onyx up. So I'm going to remember that. I'm going to figure all that out. 6, 7, Zach. Between poles 6 and 7. We got to use this current kid's slang here. And that's 6, 7 from the top of the hill. I think that's almost where my truck's parked. Oh, I think I got waxed by something sharp right through that arm on the way out. I knew I could smell him, man. I laid up there for an hour and 15 minutes on the ground just waiting before I even thought about going live. Then I went live. And I laid up there for another 40 minutes before I started talking loud because I was like, I'm going down. I'm going to go find him either way. And get in there and look.
Zach, I'll tell you another thing. If you've watched the video of me going into that buck bedding the other day, what was it, Tuesday? How I call the shot there. Like I basically give you the brief description of, hey, there's the ditch. They're gonna come down through that ditch. I'll have a very short time to get my shot up and ready and move the cameras. Like, I called that out. And when you get to a point where you can start calling your shots because you know what they're gonna do in a given area, that helps you build some confidence too. And then the more you can materialize that thought process in your head, the more the knowledge that you do have is going to work for you. Because we all think we don't have enough of the knowledge. And I used to feel that way too. We all know a lot more than we think. Most of us have all the puzzle pieces. We just haven't flipped them all over so we can see all the pictures clearly. Oh, is this Mark coming? Mark's always up here. It is great out here. I'm getting too old for this shit. Josie is a baby. She was born in like 5 years ago. She's a youngin'. Oh no, that ain't Mark, that's somebody else. It's another hunter. Coming in for the afternoon shift. Probably take his crossbow and sit 30 yards down here in the woods and smoke one of them giants we just talked about. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here because I'm almost to the truck. And we're gonna get after it tomorrow. After a little birthday party, a little celebration with the wife and kid tonight. You guys enjoy your day. Hunt hard. Hit me up with email questions, and we'll be trying to push more info your way. Thanks. What's up?